Every classroom, virtual or in person, comes with its share of challenges. At some point, you'll encounter a difficult learner, or navigate a sensitive subject, or feel the tension rise in the room. And when that happens, your role as a facilitator becomes even more important. Let's begin with a simple truth. Difficult behavior usually signals an unmet need. It could be frustration, fear, insecurity, or simply a lack of clarity. Adult learners carry a lifetime of experiences into the classroom, some of them helpful, some of them heavy. So how do you respond? First, stay calm and grounded. If a learner challenges you, disagrees, or becomes disruptive, your first job is to regulate your own response. Take a breath, slow your tone, pause before reacting. When you model calm, you set the emotional tone for the room. Second, seek to understand. Behind every difficult behavior is a story. Ask yourself, what might this person need right now? Are they feeling unheard, embarrassed, confused, or left out? Sometimes a quiet one-on-one check-in after class is all it takes to reset the tone. Third, be clear, consistent, and kind. Set expectations early, how learners should communicate, engage, and treat each other. Use language like, "This is a space where all voices are respected," or "We welcome disagreement, but not disrespect." When boundaries are clear, safety increases for everyone. Fourth, focus on behavior, not the person. It's never about fixing someone, it's about addressing what's happening in the learning space. Use I statements and gentle redirects. For example, "I'm noticing this conversation is getting tense. Let's pause and come back to the goal." Or, "I hear your concern. Let's explore that without putting others on the defensive." Fifth, encourage self-reflection. Sometimes difficult learners don't realize how they're coming across. Invite them to reflect. What's your perspective on how today's conversation went? Or, how do you think that comment landed with others? Empower them to take ownership without shame. Now let's talk about sensitive topics. Whether it's race, politics, trauma, gender, or identity, these conversations matter. But they require care. First, prepare the space. Let learners know up front. We may explore topics that bring strong emotions. This is a space for dialogue, not debate. Set norms for how to listen, disagree, and hold space for one another. Second, lead with empathy. Acknowledge discomfort, normalize vulnerability. Say things like, "It's okay to feel uncertain or uncomfortable here. That's part of growth." Third, don't assume shared experiences. Everyone's lens is different. What feels safe or obvious to one person may feel threatening or confusing to another. Invite multiple perspectives and honor them. Fourth, stay neutral but not passive. Your role isn't to be the moral authority, but it is to ensure safety, equity, and respect. Step in when lines are crossed. Protect those who feel unsafe. Fifth, allow space for silence. Not every moment needs to be filled. Sometimes a quiet pause gives learners the space they need to process, feel, or think deeply. Offer off-ramps. Let learners step away, debrief privately, or journal instead of speaking aloud. Give them options for staying engaged in ways that feel right for them. And always reflect and learn. After a tough session, ask yourself, what did I notice? What could I try differently next time? What support do I need? Facilitating hard moments takes courage. It also builds community. Because when we face difficulty, not with fear but with presence, we deepen trust. We create space for real learning. And we honor the humanity of everyone in the room. So whether it's a tough conversation, a disruptive learner, or a moment that catches you off guard, know this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up with care, curiosity, and courage. That's what makes learning not just safe, but transformative.